Hello, Nadine here, and today I am participating in a Halloween video hop, and what I'm going to be making is a Halloween shaker card for you all. This hop is running from today, which is Saturday the 19th, and ends on Friday the 25th. So all you have to do is comment below in the comment section on my video, and then you can have a chance to win a $10 gift certificate to Maker's Movement, which this is all the products that I'm going to be using or to make the card will be from Maker's Movement. This is their stamp and die set called Spooky Scary Stamp and Die Set. Those are the dies. Super cute. And there is the stamps that go with the set. And I'm going to be using a bunch of their products that I'll show you once I get into the card more. And for the adhesive, I'm going to be using Xyron adhesives. And also at the end of, or at the description of my video, I will have the link to the next person of the hop so you can hop along. But let's get into how I am going to make my card first. Okay, the first thing I did out of black cardstock, I used the Stitch Rectangles Nested Essentials die set, the second to the biggest size, and I die cut this out. You can see the stitching on the side there. And now I am going to use this stencil from the Crafters Workshop. This is called Scary Web. It's TCW 723 Scary Web. And again, all the products that I use will be linked below in the description box. So if you like anything I use, you can find it down there. So using some Delicata, this is white shimmer ink, and then with a sponge dauber, just going to take the stencil right into the corner of this and just daub on some of this ink. So there it is in one corner, and I'm going to repeat it down here in the bottom quarter. Okay, so next, out of the coffin here, one is just an outline cut, and then this one is more of a frame. So using the outline one, I'm going to place that right into the center here and die cut it out. So that is what it looks like now that it is cut out. So I'm going to set that aside, and now taking the frame, I'm going to use a piece of brown cardstock here. Actually, move it down further. And what I'm going to do with this is that I'm going to set the edge of the die just slightly off the end of my cutting plate. There we go, now I can see what I'm doing. There we go, now I can see how it is set, hanging off the edge a little bit. So now I'm going to have the frame that is cut out except for just on this one side. And with that, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use the outside edge and kind of just attach it onto the side. And then doing the same thing with the plates. And then when you're done, you'll hopefully have something that looks like this. I did go ahead and cut out one more brown piece of the outside frame. So, pick up. That one will be the one that goes underneath. So this part, what I'm going to do is fold it right there at the seam. Okay, so there it is folded. Next, I'm going to take an embossing folder. This is like a wood panel embossing, and I'm going to stick these pieces in there. So there, that is embossed. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of VersaMagic. This is Midnight Black, and just lightly run it over the top. Like that. Okay, so now I used one of the Maker's Movement. This is their Versa dies. This is the Perfect Foam Cutters, and it is the rectangle. And using, the foam right here, the Maker's Movement double-sided adhesive foam. And see how thick it is right there. So I just ran this whole thing through and cut it out. And then I'm going to use this one right here with that. It will fit perfectly right behind black cardstock piece that I cut out earlier. And then using the frame die, I'm going to cut this out, another one out. So now I have my card base right here, and I am going to put this onto the back of this. So just like that so far. Now I'm going to take all the little skeleton pieces here and cut them out in some white cardstock. And a bunch of scrap pieces around here that I'm going to use. So now for all these little tiny pieces, I am going to use my Xyron Create-A-Sticker, because this is probably the easiest way to glue all these, adhere all these little guys down. Just put them in there and pull them through. Now I am going to adhere the foam, the coffin, right on that piece. And the reason why I left the center in there right now is just because it helps hold the shape. So I don't have to try to fit it on there better. It just keeps it all in its shape better. But I didn't peel the backing off of it, of the center piece, so it will come right off. Like that. So now I'm going to assemble my little skeleton dude. There is my little skeleton dude in his coffin now. I'm going to take some of the Maker's Movement clear acetate sheets. It has blue film on either side of it to protect it. And I'm going to use the outside frame again and cut a piece of this out. Now I have that cut out. Now on the back of this, I'm going to add some my Xyron Mega Runner onto the back of it and just pop it right into that hole. So now using some Maker's Movement, this is their Spooky Shaker Sprinkles. I'm going to use this top one right here, which is their Hocus Pocus one. Those are candy corn, and the one on the bottom is called Sweet Tooth. Let's see what all three of those look like. Like I said, the Hocus Pocus is what I'm going to use. Just add some of those in there. And then I think I also want to add some Milky Way stars in there. So now I need to remove the film off of the outside of the acetate piece. So now with the top piece that I had, that I folded, I'm just going to use some good liquid adhesive on this so I can get it to stick to the acetate really well. And then I'm going to place that right over the top. So there it is so far. So the little coffin door will open with all the shakers inside. And now, using my Misti and just a piece of red cardstock here, I'm going to use the Open If You Dare stamp. And I'm going to stamp that with some VersaFine Clair in Nocturne. And then taking the VersaMagic in Midnight Black again, I'm just going to ink up the edges of it a little. Add some of my Xyron Mega Runner onto the back of it. And then stick that right to the door. So here is my finished card. It opens up, then it says Open If You Dare. So then you open it, and you can see all the little shaker pieces in there. I did go ahead and add some of the bats, the die cut of the bats that are on there, and I popped those up onto my card as well. So remember to comment below by September, Friday the 25th for a chance to win a $10 gift certificate to Maker's Movement. And then also make sure to click on the next person's name in the hop to keep hopping along for more inspiration and more chances to win. The winner will be announced by September 30th, so make sure to come back and see who the winner is. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you like what you saw, I would love a thumbs up. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye-bye.